Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's an honor to be a part of this year's Carnegie Global Technology Summit. My name is Victoria Grand, and I lead WhatsApp's Global Public Policy and Public Affairs. Thank you, Carnegie India, for inviting us to participate in this important conversation. This year's global theme, Global Meets Local, could not be more relevant to how technology can help address local and hyper-local challenges. I first came to India myself 22 years ago and have seen, even since that time, a dramatic socioeconomic and digital transformation. I have also witnessed WhatsApp's own journey in India firsthand, and I am humbled and proud that WhatsApp has become a true ally for India. As one of the most, if not the most, used communication services in history, the possibilities when it comes to addressing and meeting our collective global sustainability goals are boundless. We saw this during the unprecedented humanitarian crisis of the pandemic, when physical distancing was the norm. WhatsApp was able to provide dependable and meaningful ways for people to connect, with over 400 million people in India relying on WhatsApp to stay in touch with friends, with family, with businesses, and also with work every single day. During the pandemic, WhatsApp also partnered with governments and civic bodies to build chatbots and helplines for citizens to access accurate COVID-related information and critical resources like oxygen, beds, medicines, and meals. As we look forward to expanding the scope of these partnerships, we look to solve additional important governance use cases by providing a simple and intuitive government-to-citizen engagement interface via WhatsApp. Take our partnership with MyGov, where, through WhatsApp, citizens in India can download their vaccination certificates and book vaccine appointments seamlessly. 12 million vaccination certificates have been downloaded and millions of vaccines booked through that chatbot to date. And the MyGov help desk on WhatsApp has been accessed by almost 55 million citizens looking for accurate and reliable information about the coronavirus. The pandemic has also brought about another shift. When people were unable to visit the businesses they rely upon in person, we saw those interactions shift online and saw WhatsApp become a real lifeline for small and micro businesses, enabling economic activity and empowerment at scale. Take our partner SEVA, the Self-Employed Women's Association. They shared that WhatsApp became a critical component of their supply chain, helping women farmers in Kashmir connect with customers in Gujarat to sell apples and cherries at scale. This took place at a time when the world was closed for business, yet WhatsApp was still open. Building and scaling financial solutions for every segment of society requires removing friction between financial institutions and their customers and building intuitive technology solutions. We're working on this as well. Sachet-sized pensions from HDFC are now accessible through WhatsApp to help underserved segments of the population secure their future. And SBI's health insurance solution via WhatsApp is another India-first solution that aims to enhance financial equity to marginalized and rural communities. Of course, India created something very special with UPI, realizing the RBI's inspiring vision of financial inclusion by including small and micro merchants, including street vendors, in the digital payments ecosystem, reaching people with the most limited access. We believe strongly that when fully enabled on WhatsApp, UPI could help empower the next wave of 500 million Indian people with digital payments, and this will, in turn, enable even faster adoption of UPI. Of course, people need to be able to trust that their financial information and transactions with businesses are secure. WhatsApp uses state-of-the-art technology called end-to-end encryption to ensure that only the people in a conversation can see that content. We believe this protection is vital. It's vital for business transactions, and it's vital for people, because the more we connect, the more there is to protect. The decisions we make about whether conversations between people get to be private are big, and they're consequential to the way we live. They affect our fundamental freedoms. As human beings, we're wired to assume that if we're talking to somebody one-to-one or in a group of friends or family, it's private. Our social behavior reflects this, and people bring this mindset to messaging. We shouldn't settle for less privacy in our personal conversations simply because they're not happening in person. But protecting our collective privacy through encryption doesn't prevent us at WhatsApp from taking meaningful steps to keep people safe and combat misinformation. And we do this every day. While technology is not a panacea for all of the challenges we face in society, when deployed with appropriate safeguards, technology can create a more equitable, empowered, inclusive society, especially when it is designed with the core principles of trust, simplicity, and seamlessness in mind. WhatsApp will continue to innovate with these principles at the fore, and we will continue to be an unwavering ally to the people of India, building on PM Modi's vision of a connected, socially inclusive, financially empowered digital India. Thank you once again to Carnegie India for having me and for giving me this opportunity to participate in this exciting discussion.